This is the Kazdoy Closet. I'm Kazdoy. That's my closet full of all the stuff that I love. And today, we continue our journey through this box set from Imprint, After Dark Neo-noir Cinema Collection 2. We've posted episodes on all the films in Collection 1. You can see that box behind me there. And we've posted episodes on the first 4 films in this collection. But now we're going to look at the penultimate film in Collection 2, aka the second to last. How does that film stack up against the first 4? Let's check it out. Today's film is The Yards from the year 2000. It's about 2 hours long in color. And this one takes place in the railway yards in Queens, New York. Our main character has just been released from prison after 16 months, and his uncle hires him to work honestly on the railway yards as a machinist, but soon enough he gets sucked back into a world of crime and corruption and murder. Our main character is played by Mark Wahlberg. He plays Leo. This was 3 years after Wahlberg had a really good run with Boogie Nights and Three Kings. His performance here, he's low-key as usual. He's a very sympathetic character. He just makes some bad decisions. He's also very loyal, we find out pretty soon, because he was in prison because he took the fall for some of his friends. His best friend in here is played by Joaquin Phoenix. He plays Willie, and this was Joaquin Phoenix's biggest role to date. The same year Gladiator was released, and he was nominated for Best Supporting Actor for that one. He's a pretty bad influence on Leo. He's kind of miscast, I think, in this, because he plays kind of as the street hood, a streetwise kind of guy. But that could just be because his most recent roles have been really offbeat, like Joker and the film Her and Beau is Afraid. So he's okay, but while I was watching it, I was thinking, is he miscast for this one? But it's a good performance. He is a much more emotional character than Wahlberg's is, much more of a hothead for sure. And he's pretty much of a creep, but by the end, he's also kind of a sad character as well. His girlfriend in this film is played by Charlize Theron. She plays Erica. She had already been in some high-profile films like The Devil's Advocate and The Cider House Rules. And she's Willie's girlfriend, and she's also Leo's, Wahlberg's cousin in this film. And she's brunette, and she's fine as always, of course. And then we have, once again, James Caan showing up. He plays the uncle, Mark Wahlberg's Uncle Frank, and he's a big executive with the railway yards. And this is the same year he made the film The Way of the Gun, which I just recently posted an episode on. And he was in Collection 1 Neo-noir in Flesh and Bone, and then he was in this one, and he was in The Way of the Gun. His performance, excellent as always, just money in the bank. The rest of the cast in smaller roles, just outstanding. We have Ellen Burstyn, Faye Dunaway, Steve Lawrence, if you remember him, he used to be a singer and became kind of an actor, and then Tony Musante, if you remember that guy. This was directed by James Gray. I'm beginning to think he's an underrated director. I haven't seen all of his stuff, but his most recent film I really liked. It's on Prime Video right now if you want to watch it, called Armageddon Time. Some people didn't like it. I thought it was really good. He also directed Lost City of Z, another one I liked, and Ad Astra with Brad Pitt. His co-writer on this film is Matt Reeves, who went on to become a director as well, directing Cloverfield, a couple of the more recent Planet of the Apes films, and The Batman, the most recent Batman film. 2 words I wrote down while I was watching The Yards are corruption and family. I wrote down corruption because this is where the neo-noir elements come in, because everybody is on the take in this film regarding the railway yards. Politicians, police, contractors, executives, there's payoffs, there's sabotage going on. There's also a very noirish lighting scheme, very similar to the look of The Godfather, with a lot of those dark interior scenes and just the color palette involved. Wahlberg, and then is another one of those characters who is kind of young and just out of jail, and you hope that he's going to, improve his life, but just falls right back into the same mistakes that he made before. Now, I also wrote down family because almost all the main characters in this film are related to each other. These are well-rounded characters here. They want to stay loyal to their family, but they're facing pressure by these outside forces at the same time. No one is really completely evil. They're conflicted. They're kind of caught up in these lives they've created, whether they were pushed into that life or a matter of class stature, whatever it was. But they also care about each other. So it's very interesting and not complicated, but complex, I think. This film was a nice surprise. I think I'd heard of it at one point, never saw it before, but great cast, strong writing. It's a good-looking film, unpredictable, totally involving and engrossing. Don't expect any big car chases or fancy set pieces or anything like that. It's a drama. There are a couple of, more exciting segments, of course. But I think this, so far, is the best film in the collection 2 of the After Dark Neo-noir collection. There is one more film left, and that film is Narc, which I saw, don't really remember, a long time ago. I remember liking it. It's got Ray Liotta in there. He's one of my favorites. So who knows what that one's going to be like. But so far, this one is the best one in that volume too. So for all those reasons, I'm going to give The Yards 4.5 trains out of 5. So what's on this disc? Well, like I said, it's part of that box set from Imprint. And there are 2 discs in this particular one, a theatrical cut and a director's cut. I watched the director's cut. There's a 2-minute difference. I think that one's a little 2 minutes longer. So I don't know what the difference is between the two. There are several features on this one. 2 audio commentaries, which I did not listen to. There's a bunch of interviews and things like that. There's one with Ellen Burstyn. There's one with the director. There's one with the production designer. There's one with a film critic. And then there's a round table. I think those are all new, by the way. And there's a round table discussion with the director and three of the actors in the film. And that one was done 6 years after the film was made, so 2006. And those things all run between, I'd say, 12 and 30 minutes. And there's a bunch of deleted scenes also. So where can you see The Yards? Well, that box set, I don't know if that's available anymore. They don't make that many of them. I've had a couple of people comment that they missed out on it. But you can buy The Yards, not this edition, but another edition from another company is also listed on Amazon for a decent price, like $15-20, something like that. I don't know what extras are on there, but it is available. I haven't seen it streaming anywhere. You can rent it though. So feel free to leave a comment or suggestion down below here. I would like to thank the following people who have left comments since our last episode. Matus, I don't know if I pronounced that wrong. This person's from Poland. Tina, Michael, Nin74, thank you so much for taking the time to comment. Feel free to leave a thumbs up. Don't leave a thumbs down. Subscribe would be great. Share this with your friends and neighbors. Last time I looked, we're 10 away from our goal of 600 subscribers. Thank you all so much for subscribing, and welcome to our 2 new subscribers, Nin74 once again, and Eric. Thank you so much. Subscribing is free. Also free is we're on Letterboxd under the Kazdoy Closet. There's a link down below in the notes. That's where we leave brief written reviews of other things we're watching. Most recently, the films It Follows and Something Wild from '86. There's another one called Something Wild that was earlier. But at any rate, thank you so much for watching. Hope you like this one, and I will see you next time.